For the sixth straight month in a row, temperatures in November hit record highs. Scientists from the European Union's Copernicus Climate Change Service say this year's temperatures are more than 1.4 degrees Celsius warmer than pre-industrial levels, bringing the Earth closer to the 1.5-degree target agreed in the Paris Accord. Dr. Carlo Buontempo is director of Copernicus.
This year has been an extraordinary year. We got the warmest July on record, which happened to be also the warmest month on record. And this was followed by the warmest August, the warmest September, the warmest October, and in all likelihood the warmest November. This makes the chances of 2023 being the warmest on record nearly certain. So even if only for that, this is a year to be remembered as really being a climate record-breaking year, for sure. And this meant heat waves, it meant forest fire, it meant ocean heat waves, and so on and so forth. So really a year to remember.
What elements of the latest research that you're looking at on climate do you find most concerning as a scientist?
Well, again, if we look at the last few months, there have been many surprises. So certainly looking at the projections that we made some 20 years ago, those projections were informative in the sense that they projected to a large degree what we are seeing now. That said, there have been some surprises this year which are worth noticing. So we had this massive loss of sea ice in the Antarctica, in all the Southern Ocean. We had this heat wave coming in the North Atlantic, in the ocean, and this, the peak, the jump in temperature in the North Atlantic, but then in all the global ocean, has been very remarkable and has taken many of the scientists by surprise. So this is consistent with what we were expecting from climate change, but the speed of some of these changes have been surprising, and so there is certainly more research to be done to fully understand the reason behind. At the same time, the information we had, as I was mentioning before, the information we had provided a good guidance that we can work with.
Your work lies on the intersection of climate science and decision-making. What are the tools at your disposal to promote action on this?
Well, as a scientist, our goal is not to promote action per se. Our role as a scientist is to provide the best and best available science, really, providing the data that we observe from satellite, the output of model, in a way that can inform decisions. So being here at COP is a way to ensure that, and tomorrow we have the Earth Info Day where we speak directly with the delegate of all the nations that are convening here. This is the opportunity for us to put across, to make clear what the science is telling us, what the observations are telling us. This extraordinary year we lived through needs to be presented in such a way that action can take place. But it's not for us to push in one direction or the other. It's really to provide the best available evidence so that the decision that the politician and the decision maker will need to take can be based on the best available science.